the advice the person is giving to you.
Alright.
Yeah, is he himself or her herself punctual in class? Does she like class? You understand? This is the female gender I'm relating to.
Hello guys, this is Highway Studios and this is the Heated Convo. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking to two wonderful gentlemen from the University of Education, Winneba. So I'd like them to introduce themselves and I lay the topic for discussion for today. So I'm here with
Charles.
And I'm also here with
Osman.
Good. So Osman and Charles are my panelists for today's episode. So we're going to be talking about a current trend which is happening currently in University of Education, Winneba, where a number of level 100s have been dismissed or withdrawn from the school. Yeah, so it's been trending, and we have certain people online talking about it. So today we want to deliberate on this topic. So my first question I would like to ask Osman. I hope you've heard the news.
Yeah, I've heard the news very well.
Good. And Charles, you've heard the news, right? Good. So what was your initial reaction when you came in contact with the news? What were you feeling?
Thank you for the question. I felt so disheartening just because students have paid so much effort to come to school, and at the end of the day they have to withdraw from the school. So I felt so much disheartening.
Okay. Charles?
Alright, thank you, my brother. As for me too, I was shocked, as my brother said, because it's not easy for you to get money and come to university, and at the end, you'll be sacked from the school. So, me too, I was shocked when I heard the news.
Wow. So, it's rather disheartening to bring your ward or bring yourself to tertiary, and this kind of issue will happen to you. It's quite very sad. So, I learned you've heard the sanction they've given to these students, the punishment given to them.
Yes.
Yeah, where they've been withdrawn from the school. So do you feel this initiative was the right thing to do? I'm beginning with Osman.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think it's a good policy that the university discourse has actually put in place. It serves as a deterrent to other students to learn, as it is in the school. It's not just that you come to the school and start misbehaving. So this is to compel other students to also push themselves up, not to fall victims as them.
All right. What about Charles?
Yeah, me too, I think it is right. Because, you see, some of the students, when they come to school, they don't take their academics serious. So if something like that, or if this policy is there, it is going to help the students to involve themselves in every academic activity that will be going on campus. You see, some of the students, if this thing happens to them, the others will learn from their colleagues or those who have been sacked from the school, so that they will also be fall into that victim. Yeah.
Okay, so according to your opinions, your views, you are trying to say this measure is going to help people. It's going to help people in the future for them to focus on the academics very seriously. Are you sure it's going to really impact them?
Oh yeah, it is going to impact them because just imagine how they have, paid their school fees, putting on that energy, and at the end of the day they have to go back just because they have fall under a GPA of 1.0. You understand? So
Yeah.
it's going to be something that if others see, they will put themselves at a very high learn.
Okay. So my next question goes like, we've seen a trending video on where a journalist was talking about what the students who have been involved in this act were probably doing. It's alleged. We don't know whether it is true or not. It's alleged that they were staying with their, their partners, and the video will be linked to this podcast.
Oyo obata na aba Eko University of Education Winneba no oba face ya pamna reasons ni me na me body atron. Do you know say nkran bi adwom hostel fi some ko han na wa bonten you no mo school girlfriends that take esa warefo. Akwadaa de man sika so ɔfa nkɔtua hostel fee no. Wamfa ntua o. Awofo no ntie mma na ɛbɛ fee no. Ne attach ɔmo ne krata asebo ɛka nyina ne sɛ wɔde sua na ankɔ yie. In fact, the lowest and minimum mark na betimi apase ɛwɔ University of Education Winneba GP of 1.0 and krana ntimi anya. 30 of them. It is school say emprempre year out of the time ɔmo twa krata we no ye yi ɔmo nyina di. Akwada na yama ne sika so fa nkɔtua hostel fee na ɔntena ensua de no ɔde ware Winneba. Eti girl na gene de boy na gene de ɛno ma kɛse kana mom no ɔde ahan dan wo krom Winneba krom. Ɛne atɔn konya si ye dem. Atompa. Yato gas cooker. Yato fridge kumani bi. Obi sending videos me about watch and make sure the amount.
What could be the possible reasons why this thing happened, Osman?
Well, I think students are not serious about the academy.
It's deep.
And then you also need to also take a deep analysis on what actually is their parents engaging in their students' academic affairs. So you can't just bring your walls or your son to school without actually trying to know what is he or she is actually doing in school. So I think there is a lot we need to look up, and the students, I think they were not putting their best. That's why all these things have to come out.
Okay, so to Charles, what are the possible causes of this thing?
Well, I can say if students are staying with their partners at their hostels, then I can say those students are not serious at all. Why am I saying that? I'm saying this because how can you send to school and come and spend time with your boyfriend or your girlfriend in their hostels? Or how can you be giving money to come and pay for your school fees and you decided not to pay the school fees but rather use that money to rent and spend that time with you and your partner? So I can say that those students or those people doing that, they are not serious at all, and they don't take their academic serious.
But I will not interjecting you, like staying with your partner in school, because we have people who are married on campus.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yes.
Are you saying that was the real main issue behind their failure?
Okay, thank you for that. You see, maybe those staying in one hostel or one room, you see, maybe the boy or the girl will be ready for his or her personal studies. Whereby you see that the other one will also trying to distract him to come and help him do something or other stuff. So you see, when it comes to something like that, you see, the person who might be ready for doing something that will help him or her in academics.
Distraction.
Yes, that person will stop doing that, but rather come and help you to do whatever you want him or her to help you to do. Yeah, so I think with that, if it happens that way, the way you try or the effort you add up or you try to use it to learn, that result will not come after you've helped the person do whatever that you want him or her wants you to do. Yeah, so if it becomes that way, you can't learn or you can't focus on what you were about to do again. Okay. Yes.
So this is a personal question I'm going to ask afterwards. In your personal academic journey, what are some of the challenges which you have faced so far, which you feel like this thing is what is worrying me through my academic journey personally?
Well, this is. I will start with financial problem.
All right.
You know, sometimes we get much worried if your school fees are not being paid, if you are not able to register your courses, and the things your commodities, the things you use to feed yourself. So all these things, they are just, problems that we are encountering. But just to also throw back a light on what we were talking about, the possible causes for this, I think there is a lot contributing to academic excellence. And some people really don't understand why they are in the school. You understand? So I think the possible causes to this is that the friends you take, what is their positive influence to your life in this
Your friends.
Yeah, your friends you are relating to, you know, because you are referring to the video the journalist was making,
Yeah.
and he said some of them are staying with
Their
their
partners,
friends.
their friends.
So it is their partners' influence that actually resulted to this kind of thing. So you have to analyze things and say, oh, well, what is your friendship with others contributing to your academic excellence? You understand?
All right. So, getting you right, you were saying financial and your friends.
Yes.
These are the two.
So me, I just want to maybe add to what my friend said. You know, friendship, being with a friendship does not actually cause anything to your failure. It depends on the action.
Action.
Yes. So sometimes you have friends that they support you when you are financially depressed. They give you some to also, you know, enjoy.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? Support yourself. As you mentioned earlier, we are students.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have experienced these things. So sometimes you call friends, oh, what are you doing? This, I'm not.
Is that what you call friends with benefits?
Yeah, there is a lot to that, but not only to friends to benefit as that, but the advice the person is giving to you.
All right.
Yeah, is he himself or her herself punctual in class? Does she like class? You understand? This is the female gender I'm relating to. Okay?
So I didn't want to ask this question, but what you are saying brought me to this. Like, when you are choosing a friend, should you be discriminative? As in, you have to check whether the person is serious in class, punctual in class, and those kind of. Should they meet in that criteria?
Yeah, but what is the attributes of a good friend? That's some of the qualities.
Oh, okay.
When the person is not serious, in alignment with your vision in this school, must you go up with him? No. You have to look at the partner whom is, you know, trying to follow what you want to achieve. Not all the time you just see somebody, the person doesn't go to class. So what is the greater possibility that he won't drag you to where he always go? So all these things are qualities of good friends.
I get it. So what about Charles? What are the challenges you've encountered throughout your academic journey so far?
Okay, as for me, I think group studies. Why am I saying group studies? When I came to Rwanda, I decided not to join any group studies, but rather study on my own. So it got to a time I realized that if I don't join any group studies on campus, I will be lacking behind. So this is because in a class, sometimes when the teacher is teaching, after the lesson, maybe you, the students, some of them will not be understand what the teacher taught. Yeah. So when you get yourself involved in the group studies, maybe you get one or two students who might understood what the teacher taught in class. Yeah, so that person can lead the whole group, or that person can also stand in front of you and teach again what the teacher taught you in class. So when it becomes like that, you, the person who is not, who don't understand what the teacher taught in class, you can see that, oh, as for my friend who is saying this, now I am able to understand what my teacher taught in class. Yeah, so I thought, I think group studies is very, very important when it comes to academic.
So it's like not associating yourself in the right group of people also has an impact, according to the common thing I can derive from your contribution. Not associating yourself with the right company of people can affect your performance in school. So using this trending issue as a case study, what things can be done to prevent such things from happening in the future? Osman?
I think students need to be serious, and also their parents need to engage in their academic affairs. This is very important. As we mentioned earlier, we all are students here, right? I just want to use myself as an example. I can quite remember when I came first, I have to speak to the landlord, and to which he can give his number to my mother or any of my family member. Then my mother took the number, and they were, communicating constantly to know what I'm actually doing in the house, what state, So these are things our parents should understand. And I also understand the path that students actually finance themselves in the school. So if you know where you are coming from and the purpose of what you are coming to achieve here, it shouldn't be, or it shouldn't lie in the hands of anybody to, interpret good things for you. You know what you are here about. So I think, and the school too, they are really doing well. They should put that measures on so that students will compel the other students so that they can learn hard.
Okay.
It's a good initiative by the school.
Okay.
School.
What about Charles?
Well, as for me too, I will say that the student needs to be set up, because at first when you hear that someone is coming from this university, or someone is a university student, you could see that that person is someone who is very, very serious with his or her academics, and that person don't joke when it comes to the academics session.
Yeah.
But right now, what are we seeing? Anyone can come to university since the person passed from this or what's your secondary school. So I will use myself as an example. Me and my siblings, I am the only one who just got the opportunity to enter into university.
Wow.
So with this, I can say that the parents need to be, or the parents have to do follow-up, or because you have to check up on your ward in school to see what your ward is doing, if he is doing good or bad, so that you also know how to handle him or her in terms of the school fees, the hostel fees that will be giving him or her the money to come and pay for the person, so that you won't be disgraced.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting take there. So my final question is, what advice would you give to, and also I wanted to say something. Currently I saw a communique in one of our groups where the SRC is helping people who are financially handicapped to help them sell, and they are in collaboration with this A1 bread. So they are collaborating with them to help students who are handicapped. They sell the bread and the commission goes to the student, and the company's one also goes to them. So in case anyone who is stranded financially, SRC is there for you, you understand. My final question goes like, what advice would you give to the withdrawn students? And also, what advice would you give to the current students with the subject topic? I'll begin with Charles.
Okay, thank you for that. As for those who have been dismissed, I would say that, or there is a saying that there is no harm in trying. So if you've entered your first year in the circle, that doesn't mean that that's the end of your life. So once you dismissed from your first entry into the university, you can apply for another form or another school, so that when you get to that institution, you will take your academics
For granted.
But rather put in much effort, so that you will go through that same problem you've encountered before.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what about Osman?
I just want to add to what my brother said. You see, there's a saying that giving up is a sin, right? And so this is not the end of their lives. They should put on effort.
Alright.
They should put on. They just a measures that the school have put in place to compel them to do more, so that they can achieve success. And then to continue students, prevention is always better than cure.
You did, yeah.
So you need to start it. Prepare yourself very well. Don't wait for it to get you, then you will now be looking for solutions.
All right.
So just prepare yourself up.
All right. So there you have it. Interesting views, interesting opinions from our colleagues Osman and Charles, and a lot has been said. You see, this is really painful. But what can you do? Every organization has its rules and regulations, and once you don't meet, you fall out of it. So this is the end of today's episode, Hybrid Studios Heated Convo. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment any opinions you have concerning this podcast. We'll meet you on the next episode. Bye-bye. We out.